Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Content and Creations. 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 I am your host, Legendary Neurotoxin. This here is Landmark, as of course you all know, and of course if you are a Landmark fan or player, you could always tune in, join in game, just kind of follow along, searching the gallery and teleport to places, or just teleport straight to Neurotoxin. Anyway, we are going to get around here and check out some stuff, starting on, you know what, I see you there, Bad Viking, we're gonna go to your place. I'm guessing it's somewhere near here. Otherwise, no idea. No, cool Matt man, it's exclamation Glasser key, my friend. Done nothing. Been playing EQ expansion. Nice. Alright. Well then, this will be a short trip. So, who's got an Ogre build to tour? Hey, look at that fancy first place trophy for Halloween. Ooh, I like that. It's pretty neat. Let's go up to the very top. Close, cool, but you gotta not put the 1 at the end there, buddy. By the way, folks, the glass platforms can be used more than once, so if you want more than 10 glass platforms, you can always enter and get some more. No reason not to. I like these columns here, the nice grooves and stuff, but like we had said with the Countess last week, square columns generally are ones that kind of feed up into walls a lot of times, though I think just having them on the corners and then having the round ones in between is probably more appropriate. Definitely getting that proper ogrezoidal shape on the columns here. That's pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah, 3 more claims to make a mess in. That's right, D-Man. Get amped. That's neat, using the brick in there. There could be using brick in there. You could use a darker stone in there. There's a lot of different ways you could work it. You could put polished granite in there. A lot of ways to do some extra contrast. That's definitely a really nice detail you've done there. I like that a lot. Columns need a smoother transition from bottom to top. I see what you mean. Yeah, just putting the select tool like 1 voxel thick across this area and giving it a smooth, and 1 across here and giving it a smooth, just so they're nice and even, because there is a little bit of a wobble to it. Cthulhu. Yeah. All right. So that's it for here. That's all you got going for the moment. Cthulhu, do you have a build that you're working on? Oh, I see what you mean, actually. It's actually more that the width down here needs to match the width up here. That's the main thing that I think they're really focused on, is that they don't want it wider here and thinner here, or even wider here and thinner here. That's kind of a big deal with it. Okay. Oops. There we go. Oh, that's cool, Cthulhu. Alright, Pelu succeeded. Alright, so who else is looking to get toured then? Otherwise, I think there's actually a place that I kind of want to sneak over to a moment and check out. I kind of want to spot what's been done with this area now that we've got more space to work with. Dark Boo, how's it going? Shag, how's it going? Shag, you probably have a build that's ready to get toured, right? Oh really, we just splat down here now? Here doesn't even work. Come on, landmark. Unzul, okay. Yeah, I think I will give Unzul a visit after we check this one out. Loving the night shift. When did you start the night shift, Dark Boo? Let's see. View. Looks good to me. Thumbs up. Alright, so how do we do this then? Evac. It's just shenanigans. The fact that they put the interface in for Revive here, but I haven't actually seen it work once. It's yeah. Alright. So this was actually a dwarf project. Not an ogre project. And I gotta say, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Parallaxing from the different layers of it. It's pretty cool. Need to zoom all the way in here. There's a nice little segments here. Very cool. Go find food first. Anyway, this is just an amazing build. Right now it's just the exterior of it, so really most of it is just checking it out from the outside. But as perfect as you get for the model, yeah, this is what DeJello's been working on. It's pretty awesome. He streams late at night too, so if you ever catch his streams, it's pretty good stuff. He also frequently hosts the channel here, so always gotta give him props for that. So this is pretty awesome. Gondor's around the corner. Nice. Oh, whatever the hell that thing is. Kind of want to see whatever the hell that thing is real quick after I take a screenshot of this. Yeah, we're actually focusing on Ogre stuff today. This is just somewhere I wanted to kind of pop in and check out for a moment. The location. Alright. Cthulhu. Yeah. Alright. Head into Onzul's place. Alright. Wait. Dwarfs or dwarves? I'm pretty sure it's dwarves. Like elves is ELVES, not ELFS. So why would it be dwarfs, not dwarves? That's just how they do things. Alright. So there is an Onzul here. Very nice. Hehehe. Pretty neat from underneath to see the technical aspect of it. Nice, making some custom tiles here. It's cool stuff. All right. All right. That's pretty cool. I could see that being an ogre sort of thing. Pretty cool. Except I don't know what this part's all about. It looks neat, but no idea why it's there. Oh well. It is what it is. Oh, there's a little bit of that lava and cracking down there. That looks really cool. That is very, very nice work. Because that's custom cracks that are being made there with the molten appearance done below it. Pretty amazing. Remember, folks, they're triangles, they're not spikes. While they may appear to function as spikes, they are most definitely triangular protrusions meant to enhance the silhouette and the geometric appeal of it. I like the candles there. Candles on stone is just fine. Totally acceptable. Works well. Another one on the other side. I'm guessing this one's a little different, or is this exactly the same? No, it's a little different. I see that one's got a little bit more action to it, a little bit more stuff kind of carved into it. I guess maybe the other one still isn't finished yet, but that's cool. I like it. It's pretty awesome. I suppose that planter's probably big enough for all of those plants. We don't really see underneath. There could definitely be dirt down below. I mean, we can see underneath, obviously, but when it's actually fully built up, we're not going to be able to. So I think this actually works pretty well there. But I feel like this would almost be like the corner of a lot more kind of nature area over here or something, for example. Because the idea for a lot of the ogre stuff is leave nature intact and, you know, build around it. Don't leave all of nature intact, just enough to let you remember everything that's going on, that you are always in the jungle and is always trying to creep up on you. Alright, so we have this giant football player here. I mean, this giant ogre colossus sculpture thing, or whatever that is. Giant stone monster critter thing. That's pretty cool. That looks way awesome. With the molten chunks on it there. Yeah. So it appears as if these things turn into those after enough time and break off and become something. So that's actually cool. These are actually kind of the 3 phases of these giant rock creatures' life cycle. That's pretty awesome. Very, very, very creative. So I'm rather impressed. I can't really think of too much to really change or adjust about it. Let's see. The width at the bottom, the width at the top looks good. This band right here I feel like is almost below the bend. Maybe it should be either a little further up, or maybe this entire area here needs to get some extra decor and just be like those ones that are like third or even half metal going up. Which I think would make sense if you were going to have the metal like that, have the metal at the top, and then have a stripe of metal going down the side where all of the fixins are attached to. I think that might be a good way to enhance things here. I do like the stairs. I do like these kind of inlay segments. Those can definitely have more stuff done with them, though. I see the kind of brick cracking and stuff kind of going on there is kind of the current design and decoration going on with it here. Alright, so we also have that board there of all those various different shapes. That's pretty cool. Those giant aurochs or whatever they're talking about, those big ogre-sized what's it called? Bovine, basically. This is maybe just slightly larger than scale, I think, for how big the creatures actually will be. So that's pretty cool. That's really a lot of good experimentation, a lot of good shapes and stuff to work with there. Pretty awesome. Alright, alright. So yeah, I had sent out a tweet, folks. Everybody go and retweet it. Because we definitely need to get more folks up in here. I know there's, sports going on and all sorts of other cool stuff, and people are all like hungover from the weekend and stuff, but definitely love to get more of the building community up in here, and also have more folks to give tours, because we're gonna have to kind of find somewhere after this. You know what? I'm actually going to go all the way to the mountain and float over from there to get a higher angle. Alright. This will be a nice screenshot. Cat. I'm sure you folks are hearing those meows in the come through the microphone. What kind of angle do I want on this? Understanding Dune. Sure is pie. Oh, I see. The minus is going over there for whatever reason. Looks good. Sending it off. I'll be back in just a moment, and then Anzul, yes, I am most definitely gonna kind of repeat my feedback real quick and kind of talk about some other stuff. Back in a sec. Alright. Now that the meowing vise has been relocated, let's get back to it. Alright. I really like the custom tile work you're doing here. That's awesome. I think these stairs actually are fairly appropriate. This kind of mimics the shape that we get here. I can definitely see that going in an ogre build. I do like the stairs. Definitely nice wide steps for the big feet. Mellow! How's it going? Good reserved use of these. It doesn't feel like you've got arbitrary spikes anywhere, and that they all feel like they're being used properly as a representation of a triangle shape. Having one on the floor like this, yeah, you still might stick your foot if you step on it, but ogres seem like one of those cultures that's like, yeah, it's your fault if you step on it, dummy. You're supposed to be a warrior, you're supposed to be aware of those things. The Dark Wars, how you doing, buddy? Do you have a ogre build going here? And congrats, by the way, on the I think you had the catamaran, if I'm not mistaken. So we were talking a little bit about the columns. I like them, but there's a couple of things with them that I'm wondering if would make them a little bit more effective here. Phasicus, how's it going? So where you've got the metal band here, it feels like it's maybe 1 or 2 voxels below the bend. I would say actually you could probably go with metal all the way from here down to here to match the amount of metal that you've got up top, and then beyond that, having a strip of metal that goes from here all the way down to the very base, so that way these metal fixins and stuff, these anchor points, are actually held in place by pieces of metal, not just kind of jammed into the stone here. So that's and if you wanted, you could even put extra, another metal ring down here to further help support this. This one isn't jammed into the stone. This one definitely is. Or you could even bring the metal from the base all the way up to here. We actually have seen some of the columns in the arts that show the metal going up to as much as halfway up a column. So you could do that, and if you wanted to do that, you could even adjust the taper to start basically from where the metal ends. There's a lot of different ways to approach it there. That's awesome, Dark. I will definitely check that out. I am really intrigued. Alright, and then another detail, a couple of details. So the custom chain here, the voxel chain, that's awesome. That's just fantastic. I really like it. And then using it again here. There we go. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's I guess the only other thing, I really like what you've got going with these crescents here. They're definitely continuing once again that same shape that we see with the like this bowl shape here, and the bowl shape and hoop shape and stuff that's being used like for these. So definitely using the horizontal kind of cylindrical form in a really good way. I really like that. I really appreciate that attention to detail. Um, what I'm thinking though, a lot of times those would also have triangles coming up off of them. These planters here, for example, you could actually have some of those spiky triangular protrusions, just like maybe 4 or 8 of them going around it, and have them, I think pointing up is more important than pointing sideways. But then to do the same sort of thing, mimicking that in a larger way up here, so that way anybody who's looking at these from down below will see a triangular protrusion here and here, and maybe 1 or 2 other ones if you feel like putting them in. I hope any of that feedback is helping you out there on Zool or giving you some ideas. If not, just let me know. But I really like what you've got going on here, and there's some really, really, really amazing stuff going on. Like, this is just awesome. This is pretty fancy. Work in progress. You only started a day ago. That's fine. All right. So let me start writing down a list of where we're going to go. There's my notepad. Alright. So Dark Wars, we're going to your place. Phazicus. Did you say you have a build going? Shag, you said you have a build going? Mellow, you've got a build going. Pied, what you've got going? Cthulhu, nighttime. Next time, you got it, Shag. Alright. We're gonna head there first. It's all good, Cthulhu. We'll head there after Pie Wing's place. Pie. Pie Ogre. Very cool, Faz. Skittles. Alright. 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 Ah, that's a fancy outfit. Alright. Alright. So, where, oh where does an ogre approach this place from? The entrance. Adding docks. Nice. That's really nice. I like that detail a lot. It's kind of intersecting with the columns there. For a short column to be kind of fat and stubby like that, works pretty well. I think they do want the top to be just as wide as the bottom, and maybe it's just a material. It looks like the bottom's a little bit wider. It is pretty nice. Got this going on here. Oh, I see. So the water from here cascades down. Neat. So how's the water get in here? I like that little shape kind of stuck in there, using the different metals for the different colors. That's nice. I don't know that the bottom's supposed to be bigger. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be, take a straight column and then just bow it out in the middle. That's really all it's supposed to be, as far as I'm aware. Since a straight column wouldn't be any wider on the top than it would be on the bottom, if that's how the ogre's oidal shape is created, then it would be the same height, or the same height, the same width on both. Rain catch. We'll pump up eventually. Not done yet. Cool. Yeah. Oh, the base part. I see what you're saying. That this part... Well, yeah, it's because the base here is wider, so... Yeah. This one, though, I think does definitely run the risk of the, what's it called? That kind of bowling pin shape, because it's definitively wider at the bottom than it is at the top. And that's, you know, not by a little bit, but by a lot. And that was something that they're saying, that bowling pin shape or whatever they say to try to avoid, I think. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Pretty sure this is still supposed to be as wide as that by the end of it. A rain catch. Well, these openings here, are these supposed to be like glassed in? Is there supposed to be a like a curved door piece or something that you have a rope that you pull up and let water out or something, or a chain that you pull has a gear or something up here that pulls it up? I don't know. Maybe they are just supposed to kind of flow one into the other. Bye. It's really cool though. Definitely like your use of the material there. I really like the a lot of the shapes and stuff that you've got designed. This little, I guess this is the bath itself. Definitely a really nice shape here. And if you're an ogre, you're big enough that you can just, you know, get in and get out. Though it appears that while I'm in it, I was having some trouble. I was like at just the right height where it didn't want to jump or something. Waterfalls, yeah. And I like these going around here. These going around the outside is good, but they could be just as good or possibly even more effective if they were lining the top here, because that's a lot more of the I think that would translate better as a silhouette. In an array like this, you're not really going to be standing off to the angles of it, so it's a decent detail, but maybe doing something more like the metal that goes up here along the outside and having the spikes going, or the triangular protrusions, I should say, going upward off of it, it would work a little bit better. Just a suggestion. Cool deal, Portavar. Good stuff. Yeah, we were saying earlier, these columns pretty much okay. It's just this is maybe a little narrower than that, and I guess this part is a little narrower than that. These ones here are getting into that bowling pin shape or whatever that I think they were talking about, where it's like narrower on top and wider on the bottom. I don't know. Whoops, that's not what I meant to bring up. Either way, I do like it. What the hell? Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Did I take a picture of this place already? I don't remember if I did. Nope. Okay. There we go. Keyboard focus. Liberation Canal. Okay. Send it. Cthulhu, is the sun down in your area yet, or is it still kind of up a bit? Cool deal, pie. Indigo O Stardust. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Are you also a builder in Landmark? That's cool, Portivar. We'll definitely check that out. Alright. Nice. Giant chunk of metal. Is this designed so this ship can go ram other ships or kind of run alongside them and kind of skewer them a little bit? It's kind of neat. Thank you. This on the front is pretty awesome. Your horn? Oh, that one. Yeah, mobile voxels are gonna be awesome. Haven't been able to use it yet. Oh, it's pretty cool here. This definitely is a rough work in progress, so I'm just gonna move along at this point. We'll have to be back next week though for sure to take a screenshot and really see what you've done with the place, because I'm excited. This is definitely an amazing start. Mello, where's your stuff at these days? Hey, Squiddy, how's it going? Yeah, okay. Shenanigans. Alright. So, I think the reason why it looks human is the mortar between the bricks is not something we really see in the ogre stuff. Yes, yes, Bad Viking. You gotta delay there. So, do we actually see any mortar being used in the ogre concept art anywhere, or is it all blocks and bricks that are really tightly set on top of one another? Because that just might be the issue. Doing this pattern using this technique for floors, and even having things that aren't necessarily square and rectangle, but even having like T-shapes and other sorts of shapes, that could be a really cool way to use this. But I think you might be justified in concerns of this looking too human. You might be exactly right. It looked cool. It looks so cool, but it's too spacey. I feel like the blocks feel too far apart. Where all of the rest of the ogre stuff we see, that's all really tight knit and intricate. Yeah. Floor pattern, yes. Wall pattern, maybe. Maybe for the wall pattern, it actually has to use much larger size blocks for an ogre. Like, if they're going to be bricks this size, make them larger, way, way larger than the 12 by 12 by 24 that the large bricks already provide. Making your own custom, like, huge bricks. But if you're going to do that, you would have to have that thickness represented on the other side of the wall, so the interior space would be potentially getting eaten away if you're going to have the bricks that big. If there's any way you can get the gaps tighter between them, so there's a little bit of difference and variation, but not not as wide as this, that would be helpful. Another thing, if there's any way, I don't know, I've seen things cut in such a way that they basically look like, stone blocks or whatever that are the, set on top of one another, but some of them, and I think you even had something like this where they were out at different depths, so that's what makes it look like more pronounced and more varied, but not so busy. I'm wondering if that's something you would be able to do, like for example, instead of having the spacing between the blocks like this, having it really tight on the edges, but just adding small I guess microvoxel layers to push it out, or potentially eating away a layer and then adding some microvoxels to kind of indent it a little bit. I can see what you're saying about another column being added, potentially being helpful too. That would break up the space, but at the same time, I think, I don't know, I guess it would be able to support an extra column in the middle of each one. No more than one column, though. I mean, these things are already pretty honkin' big. I'm wondering if this should go all the way out to the edge or not there. Yeah, that seems like it works. Do you feel like this breaks up the space enough for you? Are all these columns lined up? It feels like one of them is further back. It feels like this one here is further back. Love these banners and the metal brackets that you have holding them up here. That's really nice. Need to find some way to attach them to the wall, though. No floaters. Then same one over there. And these columns here, you got the bottom and the top both with the metal on them. Like we were saying at the last place, getting the width at the bottom and the width at the top closer to one another makes more sense for these types of columns. The middle one was too far forward. Good to know. There we go. Now that lines up a lot better. Very nice. You could put an extra triangular protrusion on the corners, like right here, right here, and right there, and then one on the other side. You could, if you wanted to. You don't have to. I like how you've got the kind of negative repetition there. That it's, this is additive here, but kind of negative here and going the opposite way. That's a really, really nice detail. That's really cool. I really do like that custom chain work that you put in with those. The door's quite fancy. Looks like you used the sci-fi pipe. That makes sense. I mean, that's the closest thing we've got for something like that. Here, Portivar. Seems like it's a little bit further towards the left and not quite 100% centered here. Maybe I'm mistaken. It's like 3 small bricks. This is... Hey. Landmark, why you try to auto-rotate? I think I need to clean my mouse out at some point because it's been trying to auto-rotate and move to the right on me a lot recently. And I don't know why. Something going on up there. Let's check that out. Alright. I like these along the wall here. That looks really cool. Yeah, we do need a brass pipe for those. That's cool. Again, they had those complaints about it being narrow towards the top and much wider at the bottom. So definitely kind of check out the last workshop and adjust accordingly. It was the last one or maybe the one before. I really like this archway. I'm thinking this angled block here, you might want to have it just be one large block rather than the smaller broken up ones. It feels a little less sturdy with the way it's broken up here. But it is a really, really nice doorway. I like it a lot. It is definitely a really cool way to... And then another thing would be having this stone all the way across here. Be one solid stone. Otherwise, this is just going to fall right out on someone's head at some point. And I don't know if ogres are necessarily looking forward to that sort of thing. That's kind of a big stone to fall on your head. Alright, time check. Cthulhu, what time of day is it over at your place? I guess along that same vein, here you would probably want to use solid stone instead. Bricks hold weight going vertically. They don't hold weight going horizontally. Always keep that in mind with bricks, everybody out there. Real life and video games. It's an important detail. I really do like that. It kind of makes me think of the Chicago Bulls logo a little bit. Ogre basketball. We're the best at basketball because we're the biggest. Yeah, these fire pits are nifty. I think we saw these last time. I do like them. Since we only got one shade of beige. You know, actually, maybe I should hop back to my place for a moment. The, issue, it's also brown. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna head back to my claim after this to show just a small detail that I've done that I hope will help give people a way to accentuate against the brownness of stone. But that will be after. By the way, folks, this is what the texture looks like on the highest resolution when you get up all close to it. So, yeah, I'm waiting for the next highest level of resolution. Oh, cool, Mello. Do you know if they're on right now? Hey, look at that. The spacebar doesn't cause the menu to close. They finally fixed it. Oh, okay, Mello. Well, you know what? I'll put them on the list here. Let's see. Cthulhu, are you still around? How's the time and stuff looking over there for you? Because we're gonna be maybe doing a couple more and then taking a short break and then coming back, and hopefully it'll be nighttime by then, if not already. Anyway, I need to get the location. $628, $13.34, $14.62. Content Creations, episode 12. Looks good. Nice one, Mello. Hold on, just hold that pose for a moment. Once this picture goes off. Yeah, that's awesome. Hold on. In the sunlight here. Why don't you hold the sun like you're drinking it as a glass or something. Where'd you go? Here, actually, if you just stay there, I can. Oh no. So awesome. So awesome. Lol, hey. Best. So awesome. Alright. Okay. So, something to kind of accent the stone that without using metal that I was playing with a little bit. Oops. Hopefully things don't break. For sure, Mello. It's always great checking out your stuff. Yeah, we've got only one entry. If you want to get a glass mover, a 10-pack of them, or a 7-day beta key, enter that raffle. We have a lot of those glass movers. You can use more than one on your account, so no reason not to, right? They're going to be working eventually, and I'm sure they're going to have even more features when we get more awesome features with them. So that's not what I was looking to show. It's down here. So I think I showed this off last week, and I haven't really done much with it since then. And unfortunately, the rotation of this door keeps getting broken. SOE. Alright, there we go. So what I did is I actually threw in a granite brick here. I actually took the, used the large granite brick and painted that in. The goal is I'm going to have maybe a row of this brick material going all the way around the place. And of course there's this this additional using tungsten and oxidized copper for this extra stripe here, which I think is not a bad combination. I think the two kind of green metals together works really well. They complement each other really well without breaking out of the style and color scheme for ogres. So that was a couple of things that I was working on, but mostly this was the main thing I wanted to highlight, was you can actually interweave granite however you want with the other bricks, and probably other things too. You could probably even get the obsidian bricks in there. You know, there's a lot of options. Didn't even realize that was tungsten. Yeah. It's subtle. It's the oxidized brass on the outside, and then on the inside that's tungsten. It's subtle, but it's a cute little detail, I think. So that's where my ogre sub's at. I've been kind of on hiatus from Landmark Daily this week, or last week rather, and this week as well. Need to get some other business affairs in order before I can really start hammering Landmark as much as I was before. But this is you know, if I'm going to be continuing, it's going to be continuing off of this. This is going to be the top of it, and it's going to the stairs and the columns are going to kind of descend from here. See you later, Pi. Have a great dinner. Oh, they fixed the smooth tool. I didn't... What was broken about it? That's cool. Gave you a reason to use tungsten. Awesome, Dark Wars. Oh yeah, actually, for your ship, this is gonna look great because the it kind of gets that seafoam green sort of look going between the two of them. Oh, I didn't even know. Yeah, I hadn't tried the smooth tool over the weekend or since Friday, so I'm glad to know that it's working. Oh, and anybody who hasn't seen, it's a this place is meant to be basically like a tavern, so maybe just a restaurant. You know, these hooks are there, and I might do something to make it so people won't necessarily, you know, step on them, but at the same time, they're going to be, you know, you should be able to spot them. They're not really keeping anybody out. They're gigantic doors to be ornate and beautiful. To be perfectly honest, it probably would be easy enough for someone to just jam something between the doors and pry them open if they really needed to get in. I don't know how much this chain is actually stopping anything. It's just there for the look. I haven't tried the other doors and stuff that I think they got in for us, so that might be something to mess with at some point. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my ogre stuff. It's mostly I just wanted to highlight that you can use the different brick. In fact, let me see what there's other types of bricks if I'm not mistaken. Materials, stone. There's no bricks in there. Stand. Oh yeah, that's right. So you could also accent with sandstone if you felt like it. And that's another color. It's even more pushing into the orange range. Especially if you've got a lot of wood that you're planning to use with your ogre build for one reason or another. Maybe it's like an ogre wood shop. I could see using the sandstone as a accent stone of sorts. Alright. A last selection option with the tools. I wish. I would love to have had that since Alpha Eroda. All I did was undo the last little paint that I did there. That's it. Yeah, seriously, Mello. I think everybody would be able to benefit from that. Is this the place, Cthulhu? It is indeed a beholder. What, the beholder's mouth or the dragon's mouth? That is pretty awesome. Dubious contact. Hey, hey. Oh, neat. It's pretty cool looking columns. Magical ice dwarves. That's pretty cool. Actually, it reminds me of an inlay I did back in early beta for a like a retro disco with a whole lot of lumicite. I should eventually build that up. This place is pretty neat. Lots of different glowy parts to it. It's the Ethereum there. That's pretty cool. Some sort of spiral of magma. It's pretty cool. These stairs are, I guess for a human they're kind of tight and claustrophobic. Even for a dwarf I think they're going to be on the tighter side. I recommend maybe making them a little bit more spacious. Just because dwarves are small doesn't mean they don't like a lot of space. Some sort of system for gates, I'm guessing. For this, I could actually see the rail even being made lower if you wanted. It works good like this. Nobody's gonna fall off or fall through. It's nifty. Wall segment. Oh yeah, because that's one of your custom gates. It's pretty neat. Very colorful. I really like this here. This is awesome. This actually could be used in an Ogre build, I think. But most definitely, we've seen it in the Dwarf Style Guide, something similar to this, so I could really see that being utilized later on. Very cool. You're saying that skull was done in alpha? That's neat. And this goes all the way up with magma. Is it like some sort of a giant magma horn? Is that what's going on here? I like the way you've done the wall here. It's a very nice treatment. Flinger at the top, yeah. I did find that out. The Foundation Museum for Karens, I don't believe it's up yet. Haha, I'm in. That's nifty. Oh, game table hidden there. Very cool. One where you're getting 1 FPS, yeah, seriously. Alright. I haven't really gotten a chance to try out the new gear yet, D-Man. I created a build that's based on basically sacrificing your, armor, getting yourself into health damage, and then just crit blasting the hell out of people. Um, it's more of a you think you've got me in trouble, and now I've got you, in huge, serious trouble sort of build. We'll test it out sometime. Absolutely, it was definitely great checking out your build here. Let me get the location so people can find it. There we go. Your bow build nukes. That's awesome. All right. All right. Alright, folks. Lowell, hey hey. So this publish has gone through. Now, let's move on to blockheads. Ogre City Watchtower. Dark Wars. It's a silly place. That's why. Hello. Ryfar, why don't you check your inbox? You goofball. Cool deal. Voices XZ. Ooh, it is quite a city. Alright, you lovely folks. I need to take a break. I've been sitting here for 2 hours, and I'm going to be sitting here for another 2 hours with a drink. But before I can do that, I need to go grab a little bite to eat and take a little stretch and all that sort of stuff. The usual AFK break here. So I'm going to put up the sign. We're going to hang out here and watch these lovely folks build. And when I get back, I'm going to do all sorts of talk about this lovely place because it's awesome. Alright. See you in a few.